Well, joining me is Dr. Ross from Tarpon Bonefish Trust. And you know, Ross, you guys have been doing some great research in regards to permit fishing, but acoustic stuff you've done in the last about 2 years. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
First, Rick, I really appreciate being on the show. And at Bonefish Tarpon Trust, we do research to make sure that our permit fishery in Florida is productive for not only now, but into the future. And right now, we have our permit tracking program going on, where we're trying to figure out where permit migrate to seasonally, how much habitat they use in their day-to-day lives, and when and where they spawn. And to do this, we're using a technology called acoustic tracking, where we implant a tag about the size of a AA battery into the abdomen of the permit. And then we stitch the wound up and then let that fish go, send us on its way. And with this, we get 5 years of information on where that fish moved, which is what we need to make sure that we really know what's going on with the fishery, and it can make sure that the fishery is managed well.
So Ross, let me ask you, you know, permit, are they a highly migratory, or what have you guys learned from this acoustic tracking?
That's a great question. As you know, and I grew up thinking that the permit would spend the winters in the Keys, and then they would migrate up the coast, the Gulf and Atlantic coast in the summertime, up to Tampa and Naples. But what we found with this tracking work, we've tagged 150 fish so far here and 20 in Tampa, is that permit are really regional. A Keys permit you catch in the Keys is going to be spending its whole life there. A Tampa permit you catch in Tampa, it's going to be spending its whole life there as well.
So let me ask you, you know, what a great video here. Was this fish, how did he respond laying in that shallow water, obviously? So how did did you release him okay?
Oh, we released great. He almost broke the captain's arm trying to kick off after we released him. And they're such a hardy fish, and they're so great to fish for, and especially the catch and release.
So we have this acoustic tracking. Let's talk a little bit about the receiver that we see underneath. I mean, you guys put something in the permit, but then you have this receiver. Tell me how that works, Ross.
Rick, the technology works as there's a tag, and then there's a sensor, and the fish has to swim by this sensor for us to know where it goes. And this technology is really fantastic because the same technology that we use to track permit, researchers that track turtles use the same exact gear, researchers that track snook, redfish, trout, groupers and snappers, we're all using the same technology, and we all share information. So we get to know where our permit go when they swim over reefs and wrecks that people are looking at gag grouper stuff, and we get to share information back to the turtle people when a turtle goes over our seagrass flat.
So tell me about the old program where you have a ribbon tag. We're still in effect?
Absolutely. We work with captains across the state to tag these permit with dart tags, and with that we learn about how much permit grow, we learn about how much they move, and it becomes a great pieces of information with the tracking to really make sure we know what our permit are doing and we can manage them appropriately.
So if somebody has questions, where can they go to find out more information?
They can go to our website, Rick. It's at bonefishtarpontrust.org, and all our information should be there. And please join us. We're a great group, and we appreciate your time.
Doctor,
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you so much. You did a great job.
I appreciate it.
All right, where are we going next, Bree?